well, first of all, I'm Skip Hansen, President of Interactive Services. I've been at West for 26 years. I think the running joke is at West is that I've really literally been kicked out of every good position that I've had. In my 26 years, I've had 27 offices, 14 titles. I've been around. But I got to say, probably the most growth and professional growth that I've had has been in these last 3 years as the president of Interactive Services. Raise your hand if you would like your company to have more revenue, more profitability. You can put your hand down anytime, but keep it up if these things ring true with you. More profitability, more engaged customers, reduced turnover, more efficiency across your business, and ultimately a great place to work, right? There's not many of us that are going to say, no, I don't want that, especially in the leadership positions that we have and how we drive great customer satisfaction with everybody that we deal with. These are all things, these are results that I think we all want. And I think many times we as leaders will pay a lot of money to go get those things. But there's no silver bullet. You know, what I've found out in our journey is that really that culture, our focus on it, our commitment to it, the discipline to understand it and to drive it and to manage it, and most importantly, the leadership to do it has been key to getting improved results. And one of the things we're trying to do very deliberately is kind of drive a new culture here. All right. Okay. Our journey started about 3 years ago. We were bringing 3 different businesses together, one that had been around for almost 24 years, one that was a startup, and another that had been around for a few. These were extremely different cultures. We had different leadership teams that needed to come together. I think it was within the first 2 weeks that the new leadership team looked at each other and said, you know what? Man, we put fun in dysfunction. We realized early on the challenges we were going to have as individuals, as an executive team, and how we bring these cultures together. But it was clear that at this time, we were having challenges in our business. We had experienced issues with turnover. Our technologies were changing. Customer experience was booming. And we had to bring all of this stuff together. And it was clear that we were struggling. And we had kind of lost our identity, or were searching for our identity. Really within the first month, we looked at each other, and this quote actually came up in the sense that what we said was, you know, Albert Einstein said that the definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again and expecting a different result. That's really where we were. We took a look at it and said, you know what? Our culture's not as good as we would like. Our people aren't as happy. Our clients aren't as satisfied. We've got improvements that we need to make. So we sat down and we said, we need to look at how we do things differently. We knew as an executive team, you know, I always use the quote, the fish rots from the head down. And as the head of the executive team, if we weren't getting healthy, if I wasn't getting healthy, and we weren't challenging ourselves to be different, how was the organization going to be different? So we knew we had to lead differently. We knew we needed to define our vision much better than we had. We knew we needed to communicate so much more than we did. And most of all, we had to challenge ourselves for something bigger and something better. One of the things that Wes is known for is just a committed, great workforce. The good news at West in Interactive Services is I got a team with a lot of tenure. The bad news at West is I got a team with a lot of tenure. You know, it's hard to change these old dogs who have been around and have done that. We had to look at how we created a culture and leverage that tenure, that expertise, and how we created new excitement of the direction that we were going. We really knew that in order for us to be successful, our employees needed to feel a different experience. Our employees needed to act differently. Without that, no strategy, the best strategy in the world, doesn't help you at all if you don't have the people to execute that. When I talk to people about West, I try to give them a little bit of an idea of who we are, especially Interactive Services. The great work that we do for the most outstanding companies, school district, healthcare. I tell them it's an exciting place, that we're changing and evolving, and we're creating a new culture, and we need people to come in, get excited by that, and really help us grow and transform our business.
West is a technology powerhouse that most folks aren't aware of. So when it comes to, you look at the technology companies and you think of, the Googles and the Amazons and, the Apples of the world. There's a lot of things that we're doing in the communications technology space that they're not doing today.
In my current role, one of the favorite things of the work I do is the ability to impart knowledge and having to explain it and teach it to other people who were in the same boat I was in 9 years ago.
I love the work I do. I love our team. I work on a small team, but with a lot of different groups across the organization, and just collaborating and connecting to try and figure out how we can make the most of our resources and connect with people within the organization and with our clients and with the broader market. It's a lot of fun.
The part that I'm excited about every single day are the folks that I get to work with. The level of talent that exists in this organization really is phenomenal.
Everybody's really open and excited about new ideas, excited about change, excited about the way the market's changing and clients are changing and the customers are changing and the impacts we can have with communication solutions, and I think that energy is really fun to be around.
Our people are critical to our success. I think we really learned in the last 3 years that we can be a smart organization, but if we're not a healthy organization, if people don't enjoy coming to work, they don't feel valued and understood, you can be the smartest people in the world, but it's not going to show to your customers. So we've really focused on a healthy organization, making sure people understand their roles and their value to the company and to our clients, and really started to look at how we put those people first.